Hey, David.
Yes.
You're on the internet.
Hello and welcome to Family RPG. I'm David Leonard, your host. Is that what this game calls it? Or...
it's our game now, so...
Well, what are we calling? Just Game Master?
Grandmaster.
You are the Grandmaster.
Grandmaster.
The hat makes me feel like
Hey,
it's
you
gotta
be
be
Crypt Keeper tonight.
Crypt Keeper.
The Crypt Keeper.
Whole game like that.
No.
It's worth a try.
For Children of the Gods, a one-off shot I'm simply calling Praxis.
Ooh.
Okay, we'll start with character introductions. Some of these are new, some of them are returning guests.
I forget what my race is.
So, I am Anakin
You're
Starkiller.
sage folk.
I'm a
Thank you.
bionic. So
I'm like, I know what it is. I don't know.
some relation to maybe some copyrighted characters that we cannot discuss at this time.
You're probably the medium-sized
Do I
one.
need to?
which is
No,
lifted.
that's
okay,
it.
cool.
I am Slifer.
A lifted
I'm
sage
a
folk.
savage.
So I guess shrub.
I like to kill and
Yes.
take loot.
Do I have to say
It's
slifer,
more
no
fun.
sliping?
Slifer, no sliping?
Yeah.
Slifer, no sliping.
No.
So you're a robot?
I'm part man, part robot.
Bio.
You can rebuild him.
Bio in the name, right there.
Yes. Bionic.
I am Darkwing, the terror that flaps in the night. I am a wingling savage. I am primarily a scout and sniper.
I guess that's me.
Yeah.
Director Michael Andrews Newman. I'm a Titan, and I don't know what my race is. It doesn't say.
Titan's race.
That's
Yeah.
your race.
Okay.
You're a
It
Titan.
is your...
Yeah. Okay.
That's all you need.
All right. Cool.
Well, and your
I'm a
career
bureaucrat.
was...
Yeah, I'm bureaucrat.
You're a bureaucrat, yes.
I am
Yeah.
a bureaucrat.
I think somebody
Hence
put
the-
a hit out on you once.
Hence the suit. Hence the suit.
Pretty sure there was a contract. I almost took it.
I'm for Cynthia. I am Sageborn. I believe we defined me as the shrubbery kind. Shrubbery.
So if we say nee, do you run away?
I like the nose particularly.
Pretty darn adept at healing and not beyond lying, deceiving, making money. Money is nice. Money is very nice. I'm used to money and I need money to...
She knows the green.
Fertilizer is not always cheap.
Especially space fertilizer.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Quality.
I am Professor Zahn. I'm a processor steelkin, so full-on robot. And I've been a scholar for 10 terms, so I earned my professorship, thank you very much. And if you need something computer hacked, I can do it. Very good.
That's something you should be touting.
If you forgot your password.
So it's Zahn. Is that how you pronounce it? Do I have it right?
I mean, okay, it's a German word for 10. So I guess technically it's pronounced T-S-C-E-E-N. So sen.
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 Okay.
Sen.
Sin.
Sen.
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 Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I have a 200-ton research vessel. I named the Ingenuity.
Oh.
I believe you have a scout ship under miscellaneous info.
I'll find it in a moment.
Don't
On the other
say
side, yeah.
ships.
Sin.
Sen.
Sane.
Okay.
Sin?
Sin.
Same.
Sane.
Same.
Sane.
Sane.
Same?
Same.
Sin.
No, I'm insane.
I think if you did with an A or without or with an E, somewhere in the middle between an A and an E, sane.
Oh, we've got a lot of good ones from that
Sane.
one.
Either, it'll work.
Right here underneath the context,
there it
there's
is, I
miscellaneous
found
info.
it.
Y'all
Yes.
got ships. I
I
just
do.
have a robot with a lot of drugs in its belly.
100.
Oh, yeah, I have a
Don't tell the police.
I have a robot named Hemlock. That
Oh, did you talk about your pets?
I know I did not mention.
Okay.
I forgot to mention mine too.
Well,
Yes.
you go first.
we like little
Oh,
pets.
Our companions.
Okay, yes. So,
Good introduction.
making a nice return are a small repair robot and a large war robot. My small repair robot is designated L30RD0, or Leonardo, and the large war bot is designated H1P1, or Hippie.
I have my 2 associates. I have a bald eagle whose name is Birdie. And I have my robot, which is SR9.
So, like, BIR-D?
Or BIR capital D.
Oh, okay.
Birdie.
Birdie.
Yes. Birdie.
I was thinking B-U-R-D.
Birdie is my eyes, and SR9 is my hands, and I am my gun.
Wait, what?
She has 2 guns.
I do.
Eyes?
I have Grandma's rifle, and I have a laser
The
rifle.
bald eagle can
Is-
function as her. She can
Yes.
see through the bald eagle.
Oh,
And then-
cool.
Oh,
Like
I thought
assassination
she
style.
like literally didn't have eyes and like so the only way she saw was through this bald eagle.
Oh.
Like I was like, this
Well,
is.
that
you
would be
don't see through the
interesting.
bald eagle, but you can't talk
Okay.
to it. You can give it simple commands. Yeah. But you can see through the drone.
Yes. Well,
Yes.
Birdie is my
Yeah.
eyes, and SR9 is my hands, and I am my gun. The terror that flaps in the night.
Okay.
Should I read all
It'll
these
be-
contacts?
Sure.
There's like 6 of them.
Patty.
You're very social.
6 contacts.
It's all about the banter at the beginning.
Yes.
Okay. So,
So
good we know.
I have a girlfriend, Tehran actress Gracie Fields.
Tara. That's her race, yeah.
Okay.
Turn.
You don't even know her name.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what race
She's-
he is.
It's not
Yeah.
that important.
She doesn't,
She's
she
not
doesn't
that
see that.
important.
She doesn't see that.
No.
She's not that important.
That's what Titans do.
Yeah. 2 elected officials. One is governor of a district on Othries, and another one is Representative Avalon on Pleroma. Escaped bionic convict from Asdolf.
He spent 1 term in prison, so.
Yes.
What do you go to prison for?
It's white collar. It's white collar prison. It's different.
This bionic convict's name is
He's
Kibril.
definitely wearing a blue collar.
Well, fair. I'll give you that one.
Trades Administrator Steelkin from Paititi, called B8. An arms dealer brute from Akhet, named Hammerbrow.
Hammerbrow?
Hammerbrow.
Cool.
Yes.
Sounds like he needs to be ink.
I have, since I'm not proficient in weapons at all, sorry, my voice. Yes. I have Shooter. I bought him used, so I could not change the name. I don't know who named him Shooter. But he is a little drone that has some shotgun mounted onto it. So I can use that to shoot with. Otherwise, my contacts, I have a Titan researcher named Peter Veckman. He believes in ghosts. He is a silly man. Then there is a Steelkin, Dean Sterling of the University of Prime. And also a Steelkin inventor from Azeroth named Meccan. He's kind of crazy, but he's got some good stuff, you know. Then I had 2 girlfriends. Haha. A Terran researcher named Otachi Mikachi. And a bionic pilot named Morgana. Yeah.
Okay. As you approach the planet Praxis, you immediately notice a massive dome of trees and foliage covering nearly a whole continent, and outside that dome, a barren desert. A nearby beacon in orbit repeatedly transmits a warning to avoid the dome, but your assistance has been requested by the closest province to it, Fairway. Going to need a piloting check to land.
Oh, I think that one's me. I've got 4 in piloting.
Yeah, that's you.
It's like I was trying to remember what my role was here.
Does anybody remember who
Let's
was
see.
driving?
It's a 15.
Okay. You neatly land instead of...
You have landed it on the dime.
Hey, listen. This could have gone worse.
No airlocks were
I was about to say
okay.
I tripped and shot somebody out of the airlock about 20 minutes ago. So you know.
What rank do you add that
Or the
number?
ship crashes into the very place it's not supposed to go into, and
But on this you don't add that,
Yeah.
you add this.
And then the
Yeah,
airlock.
We're here.
We know how to make an entrance.
On
so Governor
These is what
Beauregard,
you
a red-headed Titan, greets you at the landing pad and starts the mission briefing in his limo back to town. We need your help to stop this mysterious force from overtaking the entire planet. Bombs, blades, lasers, drills, anything we use to attack it is reflected. Doesn't even leave a scratch. We tried digging underneath only to find an impenetrable wall of roots, and we keep having to move everything farther away as the dome keeps growing. Nothing has ever come back out, and all drones and probes have lost contact after entering. Any questions?
How much are we getting paid?
1,000,000 credits.
Total, I gather, or each?
Total.
I figured as much. I'm taking on your accent. Sorry. I'm sorry. I tend to try to mimic the people around me to make them feel more comfortable. I apologize if I insulted you.
Professor Sane is a professor of linguistics, so he kind of picks up accents every now and again.
Da.
Well, stay in your own lane.
I'm not driving.
How long is this? How long ago
He's
did
a limo
this?
driver.
Don't make me turn this car around!
How long ago this dome and vegetation thing show up?
Well, if you want some more historical information over the last 100 years that we've dealt with this, you'll need to see our librarian Bruce in the archives. As for a more scientific explanation, you can go visit Dr. Soren at his lab.
As hell.
We are going to need more information. Now, you said an impenetrable wall of roots. That means that no fire or chainsaw or brute force has been able
Surely
to even
this is a
cut.
driver.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Is it ironwood trees?
Who's entered that didn't return then? You did say
The guy's in his early 30s. He's like, I'm a little wet behind the ears. So, as far as I said, historical information, I'm relatively new to this whole governor position.
So
I'm just trying to figure things out the way they are.
in other words, here's the situation. He's useless for information.
So do we make a right here?
Now, the conversation is interrupted when the driver, a steelkin, lowers the privacy shield and says, Governor, there's a message for you. The governor takes a data pad, reads it, and says, My apologies, there are some important political matters to attend to. In the meantime, my assistant Harry will be at your disposal. Harry tilts his head. Disposal, sir? You know, useful. They wouldn't throw you away. He turns to you. You won't throw him away, right?
We won't
Nah.
put the lock. You have my word.
He leaves the limo in front of his office, and Harry asks, Destination?
Library.
History first.
Nobody wants to try to figure out what was on that pad?
Do
Well, I figured we could send him in.
Oh, okay. I will use my yeah.
Computer hacking skills.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can do it wirelessly, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately. Yes, hacking module.
it wasn't a
must
pad of
say.
paper.
No, it was a data pad.
And he left it behind in the car.
No, he kept it. You're just trying to, like, discreetly figure out
Okay.
what was on it.
So okay, he has a data pad, and while we're all talking, I'll try to hack it then. So
Okay.
I have maybe +4, it's +3 in computers. Would I be using my intelligence or education?
Intelligence.
Okay, so that's another 3 there, so 6.
What is the difference in intelligence and education?
6, so 12.
Education's
Okay.
what you know, intelligence how you use it.
The message is an ultimatum from the Gods Network. If they don't stop the forest, the entire planet will be destroyed to protect all others from this viral spread.
Ah. Interesting.
Viral?
Do I know the population of this world?
It's about a few million.
A few million lives. On the grand scheme of things. Okay, that's important, yes.
How big did you say this thing was again?
About the size of a continent.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it's getting bigger.
Yes.
It looks like a wonderful vacation spot.
But if it's 100 years that they've been dealing with it, and it's only the size of the continent, it's not a very fast virus.
They must not have tried peace, love, and machine guns.
I
Hippie will
think
take
they
care
did
of it.
try machine
There you go.
guns, but maybe not peace and love.
Well, you know.
All right. I guess to the
The archives.
archives. Yes.
Your ride to the archives reveals the temporary nature of this city. Every structure seems to be capable of moving to avoid the growing control of the forest.
So it's like a trailer homes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
okay.
Not mortal
It's
engines.
like a chicken tractor.
Yeah, they're-
so often you just
It's
gotta.
a movable cities on wheels.
Smash.
I saw seen the scenes from the movie.
I'm in the back still acting like I'm driving.
You mean
You're just
piloting?
permanently stuck in this
Yes.
position. You're like, I really need to push those 3 buttons.
They don't do anything. I just like the way they line up.
I brought a little like kitty wheel, sat it down in front of me.
So,
That's how we keep
the
it
inside of the archives is a combination of bookshelves and computer servers, with metal rings hanging from the ceiling. A small savage bat reading a book upside down from hanging from one. He flips to the ground and adjusts his reading glasses. Greetings, I am Scribe Bruce. What knowledge do you seek?
We want to know about the dome.
I want to know everything.
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 42.
When the colony
23.
vessels first landed at Praxis, the sage folk discovered the forest about 100 miles across at the time, and landed nearby. When the others built their settlements, the sage folk didn't respond and couldn't be found.
The sage folk disappeared.
Your people.
Okay.
Yes.
Sage
The
folk.
planet actually has the smallest population of sage folk, as it seems with larger concentrations, it's almost a hive mind mentality to enter the forest.
Oh, I know about hive minds, yes.
We are putting a
So the
helmet
sage-
on you.
Folk came here.
Yes. And there's very few left because a majority of them were called to this forest and never came back.
I told you it seems like a wonderful vacation. Like I want to go there. Do you
Do we-
think?
do we need to put a leash on you or
Do you think
something,
I
or-
could get past the barrier?
Who has handcuffs?
I bet I could get past. The
Check out
barrier.
this nice airlock.
You guys, I think I could get past the barrier and then I could report back.
Except that
Well,
Later.
none have
Later.
come back.
I could be the first. I really feel like I can get past the barrier. I could.
Later.
Probably could, but we're
We're all going with you if we go.
Well, I think we still need to go over to the lab to
Yeah.
find out more scientific matters aside from just the history.
All the science,
So,
please. Thank you.
As a crime deterrent, each government for the first 30 or 40 years decided to use the forest as capital punishment.
Okay.
But then stopped when they realized the forest was growing.
Is there any link towards the forest growing and the number of people who've gone in?
That was my next question.
It does seem to be feeding on the surrounding area, yes.
So a link towards the number of people or
Yeah.
in-
You said that when they used the capital punishment,
Yes.
more people
Did it
went in.
grow?
As
Faster.
in response to us stopping the capital punishment, many people of all races have heard psychic messages and received calls from so-called victims begging for help from the forest.
it wants more souls.
Begging for help from what?
Inside the forest, like, help, save me. And the majority of us have tried to resist that urge.
Preys on your mind. Speaks of your loved ones.
Which means the longer we're on this planet, the more susceptible we will become.
Maybe we throw out peace and love and just go straight to the machine guns.
Fortunately, we don't have any loved ones for them to call it to us, right?
We don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't
The
know
planet
us
is
yet.
so
Yeah,
barren.
exactly.
Why would they want to stop this?
And you said that the forest now is as big as a continent, or
Yes.
this dome is? Okay.
Yes.
It seems like the forest is working for itself and not working for the community.
They can leave.
Yeah, but they were here first.
So
Actually, the forest was here
Yeah.
when they
Oh.
first landed.
Okay.
So, as I said, it was about 100 miles. So it was big enough to notice, but not big enough to, fill a continent.
What did we know about Praxis before we started colonizing?
Not much. They landed here a little over 100 years ago, and have been just trying to build and not realizing, well, the only fortunate thing was that when we were using it as a crime deterrent, knowing that no one ever came back out, it stopped crime pretty quick.
Were they utilizing the forest for resources whenever the colony first started?
I mean, we couldn't cut into it. It was just there, and we knew nothing came back out. We had plenty of drones and things scanning it, studying it, and it got to the point where the signal was lost because it had consumed them.
Has the shield been there the entire time?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Not nearly as big as it is now, but
You really got an energy shield, or is it more of a
it seems like a natural group of vines and branches and things that
Okay,
no matter
more
what.
physical.
Yes, very.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where needs to be. There's a God's satellite that is in charge of this planet, correct?
Did you reveal the message to everybody else, or?
Well, I can certainly tell them that there's not one. There's not one particularly for this planet. Those are the home worlds. This is its own little colony world. But obviously, this Titan was given instructions to clear this place out because they want us to be able to spread it.
So the God's network had nothing to do with this planet's generation.
there is one a theory is that there's one of the God's networks, God satellites that has been planting seeds, if you will, as our worlds were developing. So it might have planted us here, generations ago, and by itself.
We need to get into the God's network, and we need to know what they know about this planet.
They're kind of far away now.
Forest.
It's a computer. Don't all computers talk to each other?
Light years away.
If you can find a computer here that is linked to the network, could you not hack it?
It's not in this area. We have to go to a different star system. That would mean us flying up, going back to another star system.
Well, it's not
We're
going to
here
grow
now.
much faster.
How fast
You
does
guys
time
go
move relatively
all the
around
way
It's
here?
here.
normal Earth time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You guys go all the way here.
No.
Nope.
Of course, that ultimatum did not include a time limit. It just said, if you don't fix this, we will.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So you don't
right.
know how much time you have before.
probably
go-
the total consumption of everything,
Let's go to science.
Or nearly.
or near. That is
Okay.
right.
Let's go to the science lab.
Science lab.
The science lab.
Alright.
At this point, you've kicked the driver out.
Well,
Like, just
no,
tell
no,
me
no,
to-
no.
He's
I'm,
in the
I'm, I'm
passenger
still,
seat now.
yeah, I'm in the passenger seat. I've got my little kitty steering wheel going on, and whenever I hit it, it plays Jingle Bells or something.
Harry
like
just
that.
kind of looks at you as, oh, I'm the driver.
Oh, I know.
You're like, I'm the co-pilot.
I'm the co-owner of a ship. So it's been a while.
Yeah.
Where did you leave your captain, by the way? Does he another accidental airlock?
No. Bill had some stuff he had to take care of. The pirate that we killed last time, there was some complications. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you go into the
emails.
lab, you see Dr. Soren. He is an old Terran. He is missing his left arm.
What happened to the left arm?
When we
That's the first thing we're gonna say to him.
What happened to your arm?
What happened to your
Brace
arm?
yourself.
Excuse me. This may be pertinent.
I'm gonna hold up my cybernetic finger and I'm just gonna stare at him and I'm gonna point, to the
Yeah.
stump and the finger and be like,
Yeah.
You can replace.
When we were first experimenting, I shoved my arm inside and tried to remove it. Vines extended from the outer edge, grabbing anything getting too close and reeling it in. My colleagues had to amputate. And I know I could have this arm replaced, but it was my mistake, and I continue as an example of what not to do.
That is why the arm missing is important.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that we can't just
Only go half and that we have to go all the way
It's
in
kind of
to
like
fix
those
it.
sage folk finger traps. Push with it, and it lets you through. Pull away, and it won't let go.
So what signals have you been able to pull from that, from your scans and everything?
One of our devices recorded a certain seismic knocking.
It's got a heartbeat.
It does. It's very disturbing.
Think it's romantic. What's up,
So
Forrest?
it's a.
SR9, hold her hand. When you move, when we move. You are now permanently holding onto a robot's hand.
Hippie walks
robot
behind.
tentacle.
Just stands
Robot
there.
tentacle.
I'm allowed to anthropomorphize my
Would
own
you
robot.
look at them roots?
I'm all about those roots,
You-
No,
you-
fine.
You may have noticed the area outside the forest is empty desert. It seems to absorb all resources nearby, and when we stopped feeding it, Ut found other ways to gather people. It.
It. Okay, I thought we had named it.
It's just the forest.
The dome has now been
The
named
dome, the forest,
It is
there's
now
multiple
Hut.
names.
Excellent. So now, we are going to go visit that.
So was it a clean, whenever you ran your hand through, was it a clean tear? Did it feel like you atomized
It
your
felt like it was
arm?
trying to drag my whole body in, and they had to surgically...
They cut.
Okay.
They cut
They
it.
cut,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
my yes,
Cut
colleagues. Yes, cut it.
Okay.
Yes.
Did it hurt while it
Of
was
course.
Well, not the amputation, obviously. I'm talking about the vines on your arm. Was there any pain?
Significant, yes. The more I resisted trying to pull away, the more it pulled back.
But it didn't
So
hurt
was
at the
it
beginning.
pulling? It wasn't burning. It wasn't
pull-
stinging.
just pulling.
Just pulling.
Just
Okay.
pulling, yes. We have seen entire ships being pulled into it. The vines stretch out, grab the ship and pull the whole thing in.
Is it only
Good
attracted
flying, good
to?
flying.
Is it only attracted to organic signatures, or is it also attracted to power or energy signatures?
Both. Anything it can feed on.
Interesting.
We don't know what happens. We can't even see inside of it.
I really hoped that I would have been immune, but okay.
Have you been able to get any psionic readings from it?
Other than its calls for help, which we know are feed me calls.
Okay.
But, you know,
Has its rate of growth stopped? Or is it continued to spread, although slowly?
the problem, this is my biggest concern, is what we'll do when it completely takes over the continent. Will it spread to the oceans and drain them, or perhaps move the land to try to overtake other nations? Because they're not connected.
But it doesn't eat inorganic material. It hasn't consumed the land. There's still desert around it, correct?
Where there were trees and forests and other things, it emptied them
Yes.
to feed its own.
But it still left the rock.
Yes.
But it ate the ships.
It sucked in the ships. It doesn't necessarily mean that it ate the ship.
There were people in the ships probably that it was seeking.
How far down do those the roots
It
go?
definitely ate the
Miles.
Yeah.
To the earth, to the core?
The GUI
Not
said
to the
so.
core, not yet.
Are they continuing to grow?
You correct
Yes,
that.
it's an even growth.
Sphere.
Yes, an even sphere, yes.
But are they continuing to grow down? Deeper?
We haven't been able to do much research underground. It seems to actually cover up. We tried to send a drill down underneath, and then the ground swallowed up behind it. And so we lost contact with the drill.
Have you been able to detect this seismic signature anywhere else outside of the dome?
No.
Okay, so there is no indication that it's actually the planet, and this is just like a festering
Right, this is some sort of festering growth, a virus.
cancer.
What energy signals have you bounced into it? What spectrum of light and energy have you bounced into it?
We've tried to send everything through it without directly going into it, and it just bounces back off. Like I'm sure you were told, various weapons, lasers, light.
What about electromagnetic? What about radiation? What about X-ray, ultraviolet?
Everything bounces right off. It's just this barrier only lets things walk in. Anything trying to scan it from the outside, and the moment it goes in, we lose contact with it.
Sounds like we should go in. We're not
SR9,
gonna get-
you don't move until I tell you
We're
to.
not going
The
to
only
get
solution must
anything
be
done.
to destroy it from the inside.
See, there's nothing we can do from out here. We need to go in
Do you have any
and
equipment
protect.
you
I
can provide
mean,
us to track
protect.
this seismic,
I'm not.
seismic signature? Obviously, if we believe this to be a heartbeat, then that's where we need to go.
I don't know if it will function within the forest.
Can you still provide it?
Yes. But we've already lost a lot of equipment as it is.
Just one more. What's one more? We're taking in our equipment, and more than likely it's a high possibility we will be lost. You can certainly spare one more scanner.
Of course.
And it is going to Professor Sen.
So you get a small seismic scanner. You just stab it into
Okay.
the ground, and after a few minutes, it'll start giving if there are any, if there is any seismic activity.
Western Union Telegram.
We've been wired 1 million credits. Job done!
We were trying to contact you about your extended warranty.
I was just about to do it. I was just about to do it.
Hello, I'm Prince from Nigeria. I have money I wish to share.
So, anything else, or shall you go inside?
Are there any concerns about those that are
Oh, wait.
sensitive to psionics going in, aside from Sagekin,
It's like, dang, that's long.
that have
Well,
already
yeah.
been more affected?
There's just the call, and we don't know what happens once you're inside.
Okay.
So,
How close can you get before the vines start to reach out?
about a foot.
When's the last time a sage folk was?
Not for a long time. They seem to really like sage folk.
They're extra tasty.
Or
Well, it sounds
They
like
are-
it's time to go get eaten by a giant plant and then go wreck it from the inside. Maybe it'll drop some good stuff.
assuming that we don't get destroyed the minute we walk in.
True.
I have laser pistols. I can just kill it from the root.
Well, remember, they've tried blasting at it with all sorts of
Oh,
things.
do you-
From the
think weed
outside,
killer?
not from the inside. No.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to work.
You never know.
What would you ask?
Weed killer.
We'd be gone and
Yeah.
yeah.
You can have a bottle if you'd like, but
Please, if you can spare it.
yeah, oh yes, very easily.
Thank you. I take it.
Before we leave,
I'm looking at you like,
do you have
I know what you're doing.
any
It won't go near you.
organic, anything that will destroy organic matter?
That's what the weed killer's for.
Did you pick some up?
I did. I asked for a bottle.
Okay, but I want something stronger than weed killer. It's cute that you think this is just a
You
plant.
have normal weapons, yes? Assuming they even do anything on the inside.
That's the point, is that we need something that targets organic material, specifically not weapon-based. Chemical-based. Biologically based.
What? You said you had in your robot some drugs. Are there any drugs we could weaponize? If there's like a Venus flytrap thing in there, we can throw it in there.
Hippie has a grenade launcher. We can rig up one of the grenades to have the weed killer inside of it. and
Again,
disperse.
you're assuming that we'll be able to walk in and do something.
Yeah.
We
I
may
would-
need to have passive
Yeah.
means of destroying this
recall.
from the inside because we're already dead.
I can.
No.
Hippie is inorganic. We'll give him a command. He'll go in and take care of business.
You just want to cover yourself in weed killer so that when it eats you?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, who knows? Nobody's
Oh,
tried it.
no.
Has anybody tried it?
possibly hallucinate
Yes.
and die.
Okay.
He's got some of that.
Alright, well then never mind.
I have some.
But
of
nobody's come back
You have the
out,
drug that
so.
keeps you awake
No.
for 72 hours.
Do I?
Okay.
If you're being a politician, maybe he has some
In all
red lights.
likelihood, there's all
Which
kinds
one
of
is
things
that?
if they survived being
Is that the
consumed.
anti-Brad?
Take your pick.
Not
When's
just
the
for
how long
radiation.
ago was the last person sent in?
About 30
He's
years.
got 3 doses
Okay, so
of
it's
it.
been starving for 30
Which
years.
one is it then?
It sent, forced,
Hyperspace?
we sent them in
Yeah.
as capital
I think
Oh,
it's
punishment.
yeah,
the
three-
But after
hyperspace.
that,
Yeah,
it
three
just started calling
hyperspace.
people on its
Yeah.
own.
I
Like 72 hours in fatigue.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I have 21
Okay,
doses.
30 years in steady diets.
Are there any other supplies that we can ask for from
Please, my
the
three
mayor
would
or anybody?
Again, a
Nothing
lot
yet.
of them have already been sent inside the dome.
Ah, okay.
So-
I'm getting the
I'm
feeling
back
we're
in.
supposed to pick things up as we go in.
Well, I was.
Couldn't tell.
My mind was going that these people are still living.
You're not the
inside
first
of the
people who
dome.
tried to take this down.
Yeah.
No, but we're going
Go.
to be the last.
We- there you go. Because after this, you all just give up.
No,
They go over there on last
No,
resort.
no,
Now-
we wouldn't.
you're not
No.
telling anybody?
Oh, should I tell them
Well,
that?
so I
tell the group.
I have my brain computer, right? So
Yes.
you probably just digitized
Yeah.
it. It showed up in my eye. I'm like, oh.
You've been hacked.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We
Here's
have
a
a
copy of
direct
the
It won't
document.
matter. It won't matter
If you get
can't
it
fix
to
Yes.
there, could you maybe get his hands to go down?
He's the one who made me this.
This is having fun with it. I will
Professor
not
Sam
stop.
finds this amusing.
There's no harm.
It just detaches and you can just hold the wheel around all the time. And I've been in a car.
He decided to outfit my
You know
fleet
what?
skates.
Why not take it a step further and install your guns into it? And so you're just shooting always from this.
What do you think the wheel plugs into? Hippie's got a little plug in the back of his back and just, and we're good to go.
I can steer you.
Let's go.
Never mind, you have an AI. Whatever. I'm still in control.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tugging, pulling.
Okay.
I
It's-
got
it's a
10
mind
minutes
meld,
cost
you know?
damage.
Sure.
I feel like I could drag a robot. Let's go.
SR9 is specifically designed to grapple.
Okay.
You could try. I will grant you that. You could try. But we will start walking towards the dome, or moving towards the dome. So
Quickly.
Okay.
So you all enter without any struggle. You know, try to pull back. You feel like you said, if you walk through,
So,
what happens if you stop? I'm testing this. I stop.
it starts pulling you in further.
Okay. And are there
Yeah.
vines around me? But as long as I'm voluntarily walking, they
Yes.
leave? So
Yeah.
the more I walk, the more the vines untangle.
Yes.
I stop, they start to tangle.
Yes.
let's go.
You have all entered the forest.
When SR9 stops, what do the vines do to SR9?
It pulls him further.
Okay, so it wraps around
Yeah.
even
Mhm,
though he's
mhm.
inorganic. Alright.
It would be too.
Just testing.
So we walk.
She's over there playing red light, green light.
So, once you enter, it is darkness, fog, and barren trees. And when you look behind, it's no longer the brush you walked into, it's just more fog and trees.
Oh my
Baron.
goodness. We just walked into the plot of Frozen 2.
I was gonna say this is more Silent Hill-esque, I think, but
Yes, yes. So you try to walk back the way you came, and you just have empty space, or more trees. And
It's the TARDIS, it's bigger on the inside.
stuff.
Can I go up to the nearest tree?
Sure.
Is it alive?
No, it is withered away.
Can I still try to roll medicine on it to help it?
Sure.
Poor tree. Well,
While
I'm
she does
heartbroken.
this,
I'm
going to
heartbroken.
use-
This looks so glorious from the outside.
Okay,
Um,
that's 10 plus.
10 plus 5?
And which characteristic is she going to use?
6 plus roll medicine to reduce recovery? I don't know.
That's only when you're waking somebody up, so.
Oh, okay.
Would she use her intelligence or education?
Education.
I don't know how to do this. I
So
have
it
it
would
down
be
here.
5 plus the plus 1, so
Okay,
6
so 6
plus 10.
plus 10.
16.
16.
The tree starts to grow leaves and get vibrant for a moment, and then it just withers whack away again. As if you healed it and it just got sapped away for the whole.
Wait. Put our seismic thing into the ground. Let's see if it picks anything
Okay.
up.
Which,
Within a few moments,
Does it seem?
Dun, ta-da, da, 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 da.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one thinking that.
Do that again with the tree.
okay, when I do it again,
Oh,
we need to see. I'm gonna literally try to give it as much as I can.
mm-hmm,
Which direction does it seem to be sapping from?
from the
That's-
ground. Like,
Yeah,
it,
but
you
which
fill it up and
like
then
just
it
straight
goes in all
down?
directions.
All directions.
Yes,
So
it is.
okay, so you guys want me to do this again?
Do that again.
6, 5, 6, 7, plus 5, plus 1.
13.
13.
Thank you.
Okay.
Not mathing.
The tree comes back to life again, and then the heartbeat goes faster, the beat goes faster, and then it dries up again.
It goes on.
And then it's the
And then it back to the normal rhythm.
Okay.
Interesting.
I will use a psionic point.
Wait, are we able to? We are inside, so we can
Yes.
stop
Yeah.
at this point.
So it's
Yes.
hollow on the inside then,
Well,
essentially.
there
So-
are sections of various hills, and
Well, but I mean by hollow, I mean it's like
it's like the land is still there, just barren.
gotcha.
Do we see any indication of light or anything out in the distance?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, like you hear a couple owls. Woo, 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 woo.
Interesting.
There's
There's animals in here.
animals.
How do I feel?
Scared,
Scared.
alone.
Alone.
Like you expect this to be a vibrant forest, and it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if I healed the tree and it died off that quickly, how am I physically? Am I?
Is she feeling drained or?
Are my leaves
Being a safe
falling? Am I?
Each of you are slowly feeling a bit weary.
Lethargic?
Yes, lethargic.
Okay.
Because I know you said
There are steps of yes.
Can I try a thing?
Try a thing.
Okay. I try to use my life detection.
Mm-hmm.
Within 20 meters, I can detect other mines, their type and their location.
Mm-hmm.
So I use one side point. Do I detect any other mines beside ourselves? Intellect, intelligence.
Hey, I'm over here.
Whatever
Well,
you do.
this area stretches out for miles.
I did. Okay, it's just for 20 meters.
20 meters, not
Yes.
within 20 meters.
Okay, all right. So nobody intelligence, nobody can communicate with us directly. Here.
If I put on my spacesuit and everything, do I feel a reduction in this lethargy, or is it still
Still
okay?
tugging at you, yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And
there
it
are
seems like the
animals.
areas are just so similar, short of actually leaving marks on something, you're going to get lost. There's no real landmarks or anything beyond very similar looking dead trees and. You know.
I have a question about the Titan over here. Since he does not have nanobots in it, is he also being affected the same way?
Not nearly as much.
Oh, okay.
It is still happening, but you're probably going to be the last to survive.
Congratulations.
Hell,
As it should be, right? Yeah.
I have SR9 gouge the earth. Does the earth stay gouged?
No, it fills up again.
What does the seismometer do when that happens?
When he gouges.
It's kind of a hiccup in there, of boom, 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 and then just for a moment.
Where
So
are the
it's
drug
healing
lists
the
of what they
ground.
do?
not
Oh.
healing.
Can we look at the
restoring
book?
the ground.
Oh, yes.
But it's stealing the life out of the trees. We feel sapped, but the animals, where there are animals.
How is Birdie looking? Birdie's been on
You
my
talk to
shoulder.
Birdie.
You're all just kind of lethargic, kind of like, oh, yeah.
Alright.
You also get like a sense of just go to sleep, just relax.
I'm gonna Birdie, I want you to fly. Birdie's gonna fly. As now that Birdie's not touching me, is there any noticeable difference?
No.
So it's within.
It's feeding on everything.
Okay. How are there bird animals still alive?
Well, just because it sounds like an owl doesn't mean it's an owl.
All right, Birdie, land.
It's true.
Shall we go forward?
Is there any way that we can get an indication of where or what direction the seismometer increases in magnitude, if that makes sense?
You'd have to take it out and then go a direction and put it back in and compare.
Okay.
To see where it's.
Let's take some time to do that.
Does anybody have a map of any sort? Like, we don't want to get lost through the trees, you know.
Can't see the forest through the trees.
And yeah.
Well, I was thinking, why not break the trees, and
Oh, I don't think I like that. Breaking the trees.
except that it seems to not be eating the wood,
True.
and that we need.
Somebody
we
wants
can't.
to try to attack a tree?
Yeah. I'm gonna attack a
This
tree.
doesn't have them all.
Strength and melee combat.
I walk behind Hippie.
Yeah. You're like, hi, this may not go well.
Wait.
What was it missing?
So I need to roll to hit the tree and roll
Yes.
to do
Advance.
damage.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
9 to hit the tree.
Okay.
Oh. Here we go. I think it's just the advanced.
With my vibro blade. Or no, my great axe. Heck yeah.
Oh, that's
13 damage.
Okay, you managed to chop down the tree, but there's a violent rumble. Like, almost earthquake-sized.
And what happened to the heartbeat?
The tree?
well. We pulled it out of the ground.
Yeah.
What direction did it come from? Can we tell?
Northeast.
Okay. Well then, let's do our experiment of seeing if it goes in that direction. Is it getting stronger in that direction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cut a tree
So-
out.
Wait, just
A
bear
dead
with us.
tree.
It's not dead. I literally was able to put leaves back on that
You
one.
have to understand we need to be able to find where we're going, and the only thing this thing seems to not eat is wood. We can't make gouges in the ground. This tree has to sacrifice itself so that we can find which way we've gone and which way we're going.
Would my Omnicomp have a compass in it?
I don't remember the tree agreeing to sacrifice itself. I believe that's still murder.
It was dead.
No. It's
Yeah,
just
we
mostly
listed
that.
Someone make an investigation check.
Do I have that? I do not have that.
Anyone have investigation?
I have one.
I have jack of all trades.
That's you.
No, it's me.
Well, I have a 1 though, so I mean I can.
Oh.
That would be better.
Yeah, that would be better.
Yeah, it's
than
probably
his.
better.
And with intelligence or
Did you
education.
just get absorbed into the ground?
intelligence.
I got absorbed into the ground.
We said he was
Okay.
going to be the last one to go.
All right.
And he ended up being the first.
Oh wow.
Alright, so 6, 7, 8, 9. And you said education?
Yes.
11.
Maybe his
You
stamina.
notice what appear to be ashes. Piles
he
of
listened
ashes.
to the go to sleep message.
Okay. Pile of ashes.
Ashes where?
Multiple piles of ashes on the ground.
What size do they appear to be?
Human sized.
Okay.
If you were to burn a human, that's how much ashes there would be. Don't ask me how I know.
Does it appear to be burnt or just
It happens.
leftover
Fine by me.
Is it
material?
Decomposition, or is it?
Not decomposition, but more like dried up, like just.
What-
Desiccated
It
or.
would look like what would be left from after a fire has been
Yeah.
put out, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you did.
I was like, for a
I
second.
heard the
was-
door slam, so.
Sounded for a minute like he was struggling with it. I want to go towards the where the seismic, all the rumbling occurred.
Okay, you
You-
start
you-
heading in that direction.
Yep.
Only if SR9 allows you to. Remember, he's holding on to you.
Well,
No,
I think,
Yeah.
Professor
Don't
Sane
ask
and I are moving forward. I'm a scout, so
obviously I'm fine.
I
She
can
is
take.
too.
Okay.
I'll hold my own robot's hand. Thank you.
I can't control your robot, and you control your robot. And besides, you're not holding SR9. SR9 is holding you,
Exactly.
and he will only let go when I tell him to.
Hmm.
And grappling is his thing.
It's a nice and loving hug.
It's like a parent and child, you know. It's like.
Mildly threatening, but
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
we're laying the sticks down or pieces of the tree as we're going along.
Oh,
do they?
Let's do another experiment before we do that, because I'm worried that anything that we break off and just lay down will get absorbed into
That's
the
what I want to know. Is like
Yeah.
we're
It
putting,
is.
Okay.
Okay,
We're
so
breaking it off, and yeah, it's just disappearing into the dirt.
okay, well throw
The
the
tree didn't get replaced or rebuilt, did it?
No.
Can we mess with the ashes? And if we mess with the ashes, does it stay in some kind of shape?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how we mark our way.
Use the dead bodies of people who were thrown in here. To...
They failed, so we can succeed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm with the professor on this one.
Alright, well, we
All right,
make
now
them
we can move towards
long lines with arrows in them to point the direction that we're going
Mm.
and came from.
And we wait a couple minutes to see if anything happens with that. Does it
Oh.
still stay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a moment to try and fly up because I have wings. I am a wingling.
Yes.
So I'm flying up.
Mm-hmm.
Do I run into anything? Do I feel anything? Do I get pulled back down?
It's just like darkness for miles. You go up beyond what would have been any like tree foliage. You can see a bunch of just branches. There are so many of these dead trees. It's practically like they're being covered with lively branches. So you can't even see the ground cover at this point through all the dead branches sticking out there. So many of them.
Okay.
Okay. Come back down then.
Onward.
Onward.
Yeah. Let's go forth.
After about half an hour, you find a log cabin.
I
Interesting.
bet that took a while to grow.
Anyone home?
No one answers.
Let's go in.
Okay. Hippie kicks down the door.
Check the doorknob first.
Hippie kicks down the door.
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
Hippie still kicks down the door. Okay.
Okay.
Is it kicked
He
off the
opens
hinges
it
or is
and
it
he
just
pulls
popped
it
open?
closed.
It just
and
pops
then-
open.
Okay, you didn't not break the door. Good, good.
Did we, as we step inside, do we notice anything different with the drain?
No. There's a bed of straw and what looks like a ramshackle kind of shelf.
Are there ashes on the bed of straw?
Yes.
You know what occurs to me? It may have been a good idea to get a map of the area before this came through to see if this was a structure that was here before the.
It was not. It's clearly made out of the trees.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes.
So we
So
can
perhaps somebody survived long enough to make this, which is quite amazing.
Yeah, and the fact that it wasn't absorbed into the ground after they had
Exactly.
destroyed
Yeah.
the trees. That's
Interesting that this thing absorbs anything new that is put on the ground, but anything that exists that is not, that is,
What's your science?
I've been in space science, but I'm good at most things.
Okay. Well, what I was thinking was maybe we should take a look at the logs and see if anything was done with them. Some kind of chemical or whatever that may have been treated with that isn't.
Or
keeping it from
markings.
I'm not as good. I'm better with computer logs than I am with wood logs.
ask
but-
the sage folk, ask
Well-
the sage folk what's going on with the logs.
Okay. Yeah. Can you touch the log cabin and see if there's anything that it was coated in that
Let's
feels
see. Shit, would that be engineering?
off? Oh, okay.
The
I have
dead
one in
bodies of
engineering.
your
Alright.
brethren in tongue.
Go ahead.
Does it
Go ahead.
feel
So
sweet?
engineering and what else would I add to it? Just the engineering skill or
Intelligence?
Something up here.
Intelligence.
Intelligence or education.
10.
Okay. You believe that some of these had some like sap that they were put in between the layers of logs. They had like sap to hold it together.
Interesting.
It was built when the forest was alive.
Or at least had more life than it does now.
And where did the hay come from? Certainly haven't seen any fields it would have grown in.
Is the hay rotting?
Yeah, it's kind of like black and sooty. Like you try to touch it and it just starts falling apart.
It's old.
Mm-hmm.
It's been around for a long time then.
Mm-hmm.
Why is
You
it?
think maybe the prisoners may have gotten together as they were being, executed, and they couldn't find their way back out. So
Follow the signal. Follow the signal. Let's go.
Okay.
Can't stop
We need to
seeing them.
fill this signal.
Are we
so that the forest
experiencing
can come
any
back to
psychic
life.
draw at
That's
this
fine.
point?
Yeah.
Are we hearing voices in our head? Are we
I hear
Is the
voices in my
calling.
head constantly, but there may be a little bit
a
of
new one? I'm looking for a new one.
it's kind of like just rest, sleep,
Is it getting
relax.
stronger?
Yes.
Whatever is sucking all this life force is also seemingly putting quite a bit of effort into making the outside world think it's quite lively and lush and beautiful. It fooled even me.
But why is it?
And protecting itself. Might be part of using sapping that energy away, so anyone that does attack it from the outside can't break
we
in.
need to cure this forest.
Interesting.
It's like the I heard of the story of the force field that where I think it's from Dune, where if you try to shoot somebody very quickly, fast energy, it stops it. But if you gently go through, like with a dagger, and stop somebody, then you could kill them. You want to gently enter into the forest. You can't forcefully do it. You have to gently walk in. No, I mean no harm.
So you want to be a hot knife on cold butter.
Following
Not a
this-
machete on a stick of butter.
How badly is it affecting the seismometer? Because my concern is that after a certain point, this thing's just going to break from getting too significant of a reading.
I mean, at the path you were going, knowing that it's going to take miles to get to the center, if there is a center of this, or if you don't automatically get turned around by something else, because,
Yeah. Okay.
the putting it in is like a minuscule change.
Gotcha. Okay.
Barely
so,
any, yeah.
Okay.
We should have gone in with a vehicle.
That's where if there was a path large enough for a vehicle, maybe a motorcycle, but
It said they
It is so
pulled
thick
in.
with trees, only walking is
Oh,
really...
okay.
Yeah.
Except
Wait,
it was stated that ships were pulled in.
Yes,
from the top.
from the top. You don't know where they are.
Yeah, but we could have brought a ship and
Ah.
entered this thing in. a
And
ship.
lost it, probably.
That's okay.
Could have flown though, because if this thing's almost the size of a continent, it's gonna take
With
a while to
lights.
walk
Might have had lights.
to the center.
There's also signs of, let's see, do another investigation near this area.
It's 6, 7. And you said intelligence then?
Yes.
So 10 total.
You find several small metal cubes. As if they were like the research devices crunched up as it was trying to process them. And that was just left behind.
Ah,
Interesting. So
so recycle.
it is organic matter, but it's extracting the.
Yes. You think if
energy
you came
from
in a ship, it would have crushed you while you were inside the ship.
gushers.
In a
trying
nutshell,
to, trying
yes.
to get at you, yes, yes.
Okay.
Then why have the robots not been crushed?
it's not.
You haven't been here long enough?
Well, the robots came in as
Because
people.
there's something more tasty, and we're not inside the robots. So it's going to focus on us first before it goes to the robots because we're more tasty.
Well, I think even still, we're all getting sapped of energy. We're feeling lethargic. I think it stands to reason that it is slowly feeding on us. It's not just going to instantly consume us, but based off of the fast reaction of destroying the ground, it could if it wanted to.
Also, the farther you go in, the less piles of ashes you see, as if people have also tried to make this trip and have failed, have been consumed before they could keep going.
Interesting. Can I bag up some of the ashes
Sure.
to keep? Okay, I'll do that. Just
I'm-
for.
I'm thinking it
Okay.
actually might make sense for me to fly and, do that, use the ashes as the markings, but fly in further because I could fly faster than we could walk.
We only need to be there, though.
We do, but I can at least figure out how much further we got to go.
Look, do we have a marking device? Anything from mapping?
Oh, I could send. Actually, we can send.
Yeah, you look up, there are no stars, there's no natural light, it's just...
So the only thing we can do is
Oh,
move
how's
the
my
ashes
psychic connection with
to-
with SR9?
trying to connect beyond the whole sleep, rest. I mean, it's infecting all of you to the point where it's like you're not even hearing each other. You're just hearing sleep, rest.
So does he forget to hold my hand?
No, because I didn't give him a command to stop.
So
Did
until
I
he
run
he's getting the command to
Hey,
sleep
did
and
you
rest.
have some drugs to keep us awake?
Quite
Yes,
a bit.
you have a hyperspace.
Only 21 doses.
We should,
we should
we should dose up so that we can stay alert and cognitive.
Your coffee going.
Anybody have some coffee as well?
Leonardo is also a coffee pot.
Oh. Can you pour them out for us?
Was it
Well,
ever
that's
said what
barista.
would happen if you backed a hyperspace with a hyperspace?
I don't know.
It doesn't. It says
Um,
once the influence expires, the character is fatigued. But
You're already fatigued.
I don't think
What if you took the next dose before it expired?
eventually
Eventually
your
you're
body
gonna like
gives
go
out.
into a coma and you're
Yeah.
gonna pass out. But
I-
at what point?
I think
I feel we need to find
if
out.
I recall correctly, this is out of character. You probably can do 2 doses. By the 3rd dose, it kills them.
Yeah. Yeah, because isn't it like you can only go a week without sleep?
Something like that.
And that's 72 hours. Anyways, everybody dose up. Cheers.
Want to take a hyperspace then?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll take a hyperspace.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna
6.
keep as long as I can without doing it. Just
Sure,
to,
okay.
Hold
You
us down.
take your dose, though. You just won't use your dose.
Yeah, I will take
Okay.
one, but I will not use it. Yeah,
Yeah.
for right now.
All right.
Does
We're
that
gonna
help?
have to carry him later.
We hear the voice, but we're not as.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Good.
Okay, we're back.
So,
Okay, so
anyone
at
wanna
this
take a
point,
nap?
I'm going to have SR9 let go of her, and because my mental link is reestablished now with SR9.
Hmm.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna send SR9 on ahead of us. And I can see through him.
Mm-hmm.
So
Have him grab some of the ashes and drop them in a line so that we can follow the line.
Can I do?
Follow the same direction he's going.
Can I use piloting at all to see if we can find a more efficient way to get
Um,
through?
let's see.
I think that'd be more like survival. Do we have survival?
I do.
Survival, yes.
I have survival.
I have 0 in survival.
I have 2 in survival.
Okay.
So what would you like me to roll?
2 in survival plus your education.
No, mine
Alright.
does only shows the skill I actually have something in, not
10.
the
Okay.
full list.
I'll say for that you have been able to maintain your path. You know where you've been. You know where you're going.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have been like, which way are we doing?
Yeah, this is the more updated version of it that I actually tried to
Gotcha.
design.
I'm gonna take my laser rifle and I'm gonna shoot the ground.
Okay.
I shoot the ground.
Makes a little dent.
Does
And the
it?
dent fills back up.
And is there any change? Like, do we hear any rumblings? Any anger?
No.
Is the seismometer still?
You keep putting it on, and it's about the same. I mean, even if you move as fast as you can in one direction, it's still.
I think. Are there still dead trees around us?
Yeah.
I think we need to make this thing mad and make it come to us.
I reach into my robot.
Where'd you get that?
Cat's eye.
Hmm.
So I can see in the dark better.
Okay.
Because it's awfully dim
Mm-hmm.
and dark and dismal.
You see 3 large bunny rabbits.
Oh, hello, lovely.
They're the size of humans.
Hello, lovely.
I have the most animal affinity. I can.
Their eyes glow red and they start hissing.
Oh, okay. Who
Yeah.
has the holy hand grenade?
I've got a vibroblade.
Hang on. I want to try talking to them first.
So, because Hippie has a grenade launcher, can we theoretically say it's a holy hand grenade launcher?
Allow shall count to the count of 3.
Well, is it set apart for these enemies?
Catch one.
Have they been sanctified?
Send.
Well,
Send.
the foes have not been
Send-
not yet, so, you know.
Pardon me, dear. Could you send your eagle to catch one?
They're the size of humans. My eagle
It's
is
okay.
what
The
else?
eagle would just grab its head.
I'm trying to talk or at least interact with them. What else besides animal?
If you have the beast language.
She has gruff. That's
Gruff,
the
yeah.
base language. Yeah.
But what else? I mean, which characteristic?
Let's
Would it be
see.
social?
Social, yeah, social standing, and what are you trying to like persuade them or deceive them or
Was it a liaison?
liaison?
Like
Yeah, liaison.
intermediate?
Liaison? Okay, do you have liaison?
Nope. I have animal.
Yes,
Just
How
animals?
beastie
Yeah.
are
I have
they?
liaison.
Wait, I rolled a 9 to try and talk to these. I have animals. Like I have a skill in animals, and I have animal affinity.
They go into a like triangle pattern around you instead of standing together. So it's like they're still kind of like prowling the territory and hissing.
Are their mouths open?
Yeah, they have big old fangs.
Can I attempt to throw a potion into a
Potion?
dose? A dose
Okay.
into one of their mouths.
Well, this system uses meters, right?
Yes.
They're about 20 meters away from you right now.
And if I get closer,
Then they move into attack.
I'm okay with that.
Alright, I start flying. I fly straight up.
Okay, let's get initiative, I guess.
Let's do it.
All right.
Do something.
How does
I
initiative
still. That's
work?
my goal. Is
It's the 2d6 plus
Dex.
Dex.
No, actually intelligence.
Intelligence.
Cornelius, yes.
2d6 plus intelligence.
And your tactics skill, and if you don't have tactics, then it's at a -3.
do I get to try to throw this before
Plus
initiative
tactics, is that what you
starts?
Yes.
Okay.
As it barrels at me, I want to throw this dose down its throat.
That was bad.
Alright, instead of getting all your character names, I'm just gonna write...
Yes.
Our names.
No,
Well,
numbers.
Yeah.
Plus tactics. Intelligence tactics.
Okay.
It's all below 2
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's
1,
fair.
6.
6, 2,
7.
3,
11.
I was waiting for the
4,
10.
10, 5,
12!
12. Alright, 5 goes first.
Huzzah!
I don't get my one action first since I literally am the one triggering it.
No.
Of course not.
So who's on first?
What's on second?
I don't know who's on third.
First base. Third base.
Mhm.
Alright.
That's what I said.
Yes. So.
The one directly in front of me barreling at me, could you avoid it?
Let's see, is there if you want to make an animal check to kind of figure out what they are and how they act.
They're rabbits.
I mean.
I rolled a 9 on that.
Oh, right. They appear to be large bunny rabbits. They are nearly man-sized. They are extremely hostile and very dangerous. While they may appear peaceful, this is a deception to draw their quarry close, then they will attack. Often they will have others of their kind hiding nearby and ambush prey. They have incredibly sharp teeth. They communicate with their own kind, but not with others.
Are they, do I know if they're a natural, like, to this world, or if they are an unnatural creation?
You haven't seen or heard of them being anywhere else.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
In fact, the only place they have otherwise been encountered on is planet 833-480 on the Kolinar subsector. The planet was destroyed by nuclear war and radiation on that world and caused many strange mutations of local animals and human population. So what they're doing here...
That means maybe the same thing that was creating the mutations over there created them over here.
Well, it was radiation over there.
Yeah, nobody brought a Geiger counter, did they?
Nope.
No.
It was a
We did ask for other equipment, and it was not offered.
No.
That is true.
Okay, so I shall use. You have 2 actions in a turn. I will use my first action to use aim shot, because why would you aim, of course, and which will be a +1 on the attack.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll use my shooter drone to attack. He has +1 on combat, gun combat. And you said they're within 20 feet? Or 20 meters?
20 meters.
Okay, that's the short range for the shotgun, so that's good.
Wait, we get 2 actions per attack?
Yes. It says actions. Each character has 2 actions per turn.
Yes, I did not get a card. Is there an extra card?
One of these cards?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I got it.
He's got a card over here that
Here, can I read it? I don't know.
I'm using.
And then
Oh, it's
there's
supposed to be plus tactics, -3 if no tactics.
Yes.
Does that change for anyone else?
I'm just going to leave it as it is, and we'll recalculate next time.
Okay,
If
sounds
there is a
good.
next time.
So,
Oh,
that's 5,
yeah, because I get
6, 7.
+2 to my initiative.
Unfortunately, I do not believe that will be enough. So I missed with my shot. Yes, yes. Okay. That is my turn.
And how do they determine
How
total
did
hit
you-
points?
How did you know?
Well, I rolled 5 total, and then I used action aim, which gave me a +1, and then my drone's gun combat is 1.
You need to
and
get at least an 8 to hit anything.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Yes. If you don't get an 8, you miss.
Yes. And the other modifiers, if they are like, well, actually, let's see. total darkness is -2 to hitting, and the dim light is -1. But I do have low light vision, so that negates that.
So it'd be endurance that determines hit points then?
It didn't say it on there? How
No,
many
it just
hit points?
says strength, dex, endurance. It doesn't say how many hit
It didn't
points.
say the lifeblood?
No, no lifeblood
or
listing.
stamina?
No.
Okay, so yeah, it'd be endurance would be plus athletics would be the
Have how many hit points it have?
first one. Yeah, the stamina,
Okay.
and then the lifeblood would be that times 2.
Yeah, I know you gave me this document, but it doesn't have all the necessary.
Okay, I just recently bought it today
Yes.
on
yes.
Breath Your RPG.
I'm just going to throw a number in there and see how much damage
Sure.
you're doing.
I like it. Seems effective.
Sure.
Okay.
3.
Alright, I'm moving up so that I can use my my grandma's rifle. But first I'm going to give SR9 the command to grapple one of the rabbits that I'm going to shoot at.
Don't we just love grappling rules? They're the best thing of any TTRPG.
That is very true.
Yes.
So I'm freed.
So how does grappling work, John?
Can attempt to wrestle or grab another person by hitting the attacker must move to melee combat range and beat their target opposed melee combat dex.
I didn't get given that option.
So they make opposed melee combat dex throws.
So
And if they both fail, they just hug
I
and
may
kiss.
not have been
Awkwardly,
grappled
yeah.
this whole
It's
time.
like-
They just love each other. Okay,
Yeah.
so
It's a firm handshake.
Yeah.
I only have for SR9, I only have his intelligence. I don't have a strength characteristic.
Yeah.
How far away are we?
From them?
Mm-hmm.
It's at 20 meters.
Or was it strength or dex?
Yep.
Dex,
Dex.
yeah.
Okay, I need his dex. I should probably get his strength too.
Does it say where range is for?
Well, you can move up to 10 meters. Wait, move is up to speed, most 10 meters. Most of us have 10 meter movement speed, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But that would count as one of your actions.
Yes.
I'm not sure what the difference between
speed
charge
is.
and move is, though.
There's no speed.
Let's see.
For most characters, it's 10 meters.
That's for move. What's charge? Because that's considered another type of action.
Charge, that's when I get my hoof attack. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna go for that's how much energy you have left in your battery. But you know.
it's what you do when your phone dies.
I think it's a combination of you make movement and an attack in the same action. Bring a single enemy at range.
Okay, you know what?
10
While
meters
we're
and
waiting for the grapple actually doesn't change anything for me, so we'll get there. We're going to ignore the grapple and I'm going to shoot.
Okay.
With Grandma's rifle, so I get an advantage. That is, I don't think I can get better than that. Nope, can't.
No?
So that is an 11 plus to
Yes.
hit.
Yes.
Is there crits in this game?
Good question.
I have crack shot, which means I get an extra dice to roll with, and so that is 16 damage.
Okay, so that goes through their stamina, starts hitting their lifeblood.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to say that just takes one of them out, just to make it easier.
Excellent. Then yeah, whenever you get me that information on the
Yeah.
grappling, then I will incorporate that in.
I'm not really seeing any. Again, it's one of those things that they don't clarify on here. It doesn't say, "Oh, just use this number instead for strength," or.
Well, find a similar.
You notice
type
that the
of
rabbit
creature.
rapidly deteriorates.
I mean, it's a robot, so.
Interesting.
Yes.
Turns into dust.
Yes.
Like how
The same
fast?
dust that we've been seeing before.
Yes.
So as soon as it lays down and stops thinking.
Yeah.
I think it's
Like any
just,
blood or any kind of organs are like sapped up immediately.
I mean, it says okay. Technically, the robot gains a DM plus 2 to grapple
Like that.
throws.
Yeah.
Hey, do I get to second shot? Do I have a second attack? Technically, my first action would have been to order my robot to grapple, but I
Yeah.
negated that in the interest of time.
Yeah.
Do I have a second attack? Can
It would be. You have 2 actions, so.
All
you can't
right,
borrow that one.
let's aim for another one.
There you go.
That's another 11 plus to hit.
Okay.
11.
Still up.
Okay.
Right, it is now the rabbit's turn.
Man. All I
That's why I'm
wanted to
wearing
do was
undershirt.
throw something.
Alright, the one who has been heavily injured darts toward, let's see.
I like being actually able to do something. Vivian was quite useless.
The only one who's moved forward so far is 4, right? If you move forward,
She's
you said you
She's
were before, I think, so
tempted,
yeah.
I was moving forward in the process of throwing something which got frozen because other people decided to attack.
Okay. Well, the one that hasn't been injured yet moves toward you and tries to bite you.
I love
Okay,
this.
that's what she gets.
Hopefully it bites my hand that has the vial that I'm trying to throw.
So you wanted to bite the hand.
10 hits
My hand.
for...
My hand. That's holding the dose.
It's biting your arm.
My hand. Included?
Your arm.
Including my hand.
Like, there's plenty of space.
Like it went, "Whoop," right?
Yeah.
So my hand's in its throat.
No. It's like, ooh, tasty.
Tasty wood.
Alright,
Yeah, maybe not.
take 9 damage.
how is that reason?
I don't know how to take damage.
You take
It takes away from your
Each
stamina
stamina,
first.
yes.
Well, first your
I have
armor.
no stamina.
Armor.
Oh,
I have
Your armor
max.
will
Your
reduce
armor
that, yeah.
reduces it.
I have. Is it max current stamina?
Well, first, what's your armor?
I have 2 different things written on armor.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
We could try both of them together. Unless you're not wearing your
Well, you're
spacesuit.
probably not wearing your spacesuit, so it would be. Well, they're
Your enviro suit, probably. Because you would need an enviro suit.
Yeah.
So you have 5 there, and then you have natural, so that's 6. So that sucks up 6. Then the rest of it goes and sucks this up. And then you'll write down whatever your new number is, and then once that's gone, then you go that. That
That's-
regenerates at the end of combat.
So many numbers, and I don't remember what number he said
9.
first.
9.
So
9. So
9.
So you have 3 that gets.
Take away 1 is 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
And then your 3 goes up here.
7, 6, 5, 4.
for that.
Yep. So now you have.
That's too much math. Oh my gosh, my head hurts.
This game's so much fun.
Oh, math.
So,
I don't know. I'm
D&D.
enjoying it.
the other one limps toward 3, and like by the time he gets to you, just collapses dead and gets sucked up.
Wow. We still have one more.
So you tell even the weak are if you aren't dead yet, it will take you.
Throw them.
Okay then.
So you get below a certain point, you're in trouble.
Is it my turn?
It is now your turn.
Thank goodness. Okay, I would like to try to. It's right here.
You want to feed the one in front of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Do I have to roll for it?
Basically attacking to unarmed shove it in its
Yeah.
mouth.
Okay. What do I roll with?
2
For
dice.
2 dice.
2d6. Yeah.
Fighting
10.
melee
She got a
combat?
10 right there. So.
That's 10. Okay.
10. Yeah.
All right.
10 plus.
Anti-radiation.
That's what you're shoving into it.
Yes.
Okay. Is it supposed to do any damage on its own, or?
No, it'll absorb
No,
radiation.
it absorbs all the stuff.
Oh, okay.
Radioactivity.
I'm
test.
trying to heal it.
Ah. We'll see what happens on his turn.
Okay.
Okay.
You have successfully
Is it
anti-radiatized
still
it.
biting her arm, or is it?
No, let go.
It let go. Okay.
There's a-
It's like going. Like what is that?
And 2 of them are
Like
dead,
when you
right?
tried to medicate
Yes.
a dog.
Okay. 2.
You didn't cover it in cheese, you know.
2. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go up to.
Don't
Well, there's only
kill
her.
it. Don't
Yes.
There's
kill
one
it.
left.
Run away. Run away so we can
Shoot.
see what happens.
Hold on.
Have you-
Overwatch. Hold single action until enemy moves in range. No, that doesn't work.
Hold your action until it's until after its turn.
I'm
Does
the
that-
closest.
is that an
If it's
option?
going to attack somebody, it's probably going to come after me again.
John, is that an option at
Well,
this
the
point?
the option would be using the Overwatch, yeah.
Which is basically hold single action
Until
until
enemy moves in
enemy
range,
Yeah.
Which doesn't really help because they're not going to move within range.
But you can choose to hold your action.
Well, in line of sight or attacks you. So basically, you're just declaring like what is what,
action
when do you
has.
act? Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go up to her and then hold my action until it.
If
I-
it tries,
until
use it
if
as a reaction in case it tries to attack her.
Or you could try to
Yeah.
use your own grapple on it.
All right, go ahead. If you are attacking with your weapon, roll damage for it, and depending on
You
have a
can't do
weapon-
that.
I know, but act as if you were, and if it does enough damage, I'll tell you what happens.
What weapon?
She doesn't have it. She doesn't have any
You don't
weapons.
have any weapons. Okay.
No.
I'm a medic.
Got it.
And I'm a scientist, so I also
Roll as if you attacked with your weapon.
Okay.
I'm like,
No, you don't. It would be under. It would be in that middle section there, and you don't have anything. Just like I don't
I
have
can
anything.
haggle a price
allowed to
like
roll
no
4
one's
dice.
business.
Yeah.
Sure.
Great axe 40 plus.
No,
what
no,
you
no,
roll
that's your
for.
damage. You roll 2 for your action, sweetheart.
Oh,
Reroll-
you just. Oh, right, right.
You're not rolling to hit. You're just roll the damage.
Roll 2.
Yeah, roll the
Oh,
damage.
roll damage.
Roll the
For my
damage.
weapon.
That's what he did.
Fighting was beneath
So
me.
it was. That's higher than it was before. I don't remember what it was before.
No,
I think it
aren't
was like
you? Aren't
16.
he rolling to
Rolling to
for a
hit or roll
successful
damage, you said?
attack?
No,
I mean,
he,
no. I'm
he
just trying to
said
get
damage.
an idea.
I get
of,
it.
18.
Okay. The rabbit starts convulsing and like shrinking until it becomes like a normal sized
Right.
rabbit. Yeah. No red eyes, or at least normal.
Well,
Can I use
think
my
normally
second
action
Oh,
is
action?
you
no
do have
red
red
eyes.
eyes. Yeah.
Can I use my second action to pick it up?
Sure.
Okay, I pick it up.
It's just trying to find something to nibble on.
Okay.
I hold it near me and let it nibble some of my foliage.
Oh, it's very happy.
So was this thing mutated by
Ow, ow.
by this forest then to act as a defender?
Possibly.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Can I get that?
So to basically kill things so that it can absorb them faster, because clearly if there's mind, there's resistance.
All right. Well, it's already past 8 o'clock. I don't know if you want to pause this and maybe
Yeah,
try.
I think this is a pretty decent pause point.
I gotta pick up my girl.
You like the story so far?
Yeah,
I'm-
yeah. You've done a great job.
I'm
It
really
feels-
glad I chose that
It
vial.
feels like we're playing D&D with just slightly different rules.
Yeah, it is.
Very different rules. Yeah.
I really enjoyed
It was that or go with the vial that like helps cure all poisons, but it didn't seem like they were poisoned. It seemed like radioactive Ninja Turtle type situation. So I'm like anti-rad.
So you want to stop the stream and discuss? Or...
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Hang on, I'll get there.
I must fail.
Until next time, happy gaming. Bye bye.